All right, we're on 16-bit for the second game here between Kupermeister and Latios, aka Big Boss. Yeah, both players playing Zerg. 16-bit, mentioned it before, will mention it again. As a Zerg, I tend to expo out the front. It's a, there's a reasonable travel distance across this map. I personally would probably go hatch first, even against another Zerg, but I don't mind pull first. What is with all these overlords? That's got to be a mistake, right? Latios 17 or 30. What am I saying? And what? Just don't know what that's about. The reason for the expo at the front is because you can kind of hold this position and then you've got a nice, easy to get third. I mean, you could argue you take this and this isn't easy to get third. And actually, I suppose against another Zerg player, you're less likely to get sieged or anything in this position. So maybe I'm full of cobblers. I guess it's just a personal preference. In any map, generally, where there's a pocket expansion, when I'm Zerg, I always expo at the front first. It's partially just you're closer to your opponent out the front there, aren't you? So you can have at them. You can have at them. Sorry, my phone's popping off messages here. Oh my goodness. Could a right one? Just trying to organise a game with some mates, a game of Halo Infinite, but Fizz is having laptop problems apparently. Anyway, that's all by the by. This Overlord is deep and isn't going to survive, and that's a mistake. You don't, when you send your Overlord across to scout, if you think you're likely to forget it, you just shift click it. You don't want to lose that scouting Overlord this early in the game. You don't want to lose an Overlord. There are plenty of lings here to see this off. If we look at the upgrades, nobody has got any upgrades. But speed I think just finished for Latios, but this is a horrible place to fight. If you pull back with the speed and then re-engage, you'd get a full surround as the other lings come up the ramp, and that would have been a much more cost-efficient engagement. But as it is, Latios holds pretty reasonably. Coop with this cluster of overlords here is kind of funny looking. I don't know about moving out with this few roaches. He's actually, what am I like? I'm terrible at this game, I tell you. He's actually got a few more here. I was just going to say I prefer twice this number, because that will really convincingly beat lings. Whereas if you've only got 4 or 5, the lings can get a lot of surface area. Each roach gets surrounded. Once you've got double that, the roaches on the outside are taking heat from the lings, but the ones in the middle are going to stand strong. And look, we're just going to see here how well roaches trade against lings. They just do. It's really hard to win a Zerg v Zerg with just lings. If you go at the Ben lings, that's kind of alright. And you can get some work done. But if you know that your opponent is going to be bringing roaches, you need a lot of lings. I mean, you really need to be macroing hard on the lings. And that isn't what happened. So a pretty successful, quite similar to the first game, arguably, a pretty successful just tech to, the corrosive balls on the workers too. Oh, this guy's going to get got. But, these workers can't possibly fight the roaches. It is over. Latios with minerals in the bank, but just isn't going to be able to get stuff out, isn't going to be able to get the larva out in time to do anything, and the hatchery goes down. So it's just these buildings to kill. So pretty quick, pretty crisp. And part of the issue there was that Latios's first scouting overlord went too deep and got sniped. Had that just come in and had a look and pulled back to maybe here, it sees the roaches leaving the men base. You see them leave. You see the line on the mini map, and slow roaches, because this those roaches didn't have a speed upgrade. Slow roaches coming across the map, you've got time to actually just grab 3 workers, turn them into spines, start building another couple of queens, get another round of lings out, because you know it's coming, and then you can hold it, and then you can make your opponent look foolish for trying it. If you don't know it's coming, it's gonna wreck you every time. GG.